Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are still on the right side. We got Beelzemon, Chaos Dukemon, and our Virus Metal Greymon mat, as they have been through this entire. We got 4 more packs. We're just going to get right into it. Again, we're just looking to finish the set and make a D-Reaper deck is what I want to do. Gargamon, Andromon, Cubimon, Ice Devimon, Optimizer, High Speed Plugin D, Horn Striker, Offensive Plugin A, Viximon, Alice McCoy. With Doberman, he is a 5 play cost, 2 evolution cost, 4,000 DP. When you would play this card from your hand, reduce its play cost by 2 if you have Alice McCoy in play. On deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck, then return 1 purple Digimon card or 1 purple Tamer card from the trash to your hand. I'm actually going to look at the Alice McCoy to see how well could I put this in other purple decks. So she's a 2 play cost. Your turn once per turn. When one of your Digimon would Digivolve from level 5 to 6, you may delete one of your Digimon to reduce the cost by 3. Security effect, play this card without paying its memory cost. Okay. So now we've got some synergy going with these two. Essentially, you would Digivolve from a level 5 to a level 6. Well, first off, you could play this one down for 2. And then for this one to come down, it would be a 3 cost instead of 5 cost because Alice would be out. And then a separate 5 would evolve into a 6 at some point. And you could use this one's effect to delete this one, which would proc this one's effect to allow you to trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then return a purple Digimon card or a purple Tamer card from the trash in your hand. And you could pair that with Impmon. So you could build like a purple deck with this, where they would kind of work together. I could see that working. I'm not sure how good that would be, but I can see some synergy between Alice and Mako. That would mean that you'd have to, I would say, run 3 of each, but it could work. And we got Rika. She is a 4 play cost. Start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set your memory to 3. Your turn, when you attack with the Digimon with Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon in its name, you may suspend this Tamer to use 1 option card with plugin in its name from your hand without paying its memory cost. So since we just looked at Sakuyamon last time, that one allows you to bring an option card back from your trash. And then when that one would attack, you could use it automatically. So that could be a pretty good combo there, working with the Renamon playstyle. So I like seeing some synergy between these cards. I mean, I know that they're like made to synergize with each other, because you'd want Rika to synergize with Renamon. It would be very weird if they made one that synergized with Guilmon better, for example. So we got Strike Dramon, Mephistomon, Ground Locomon, another Creep Hands, Labramon, Palachi's Head, Fist of the Beast King, Gatekeeper, Xiaomon, Reapermon, still love that one. We got Cyberdramon, who is an 8 play cost, a 3 Digivolution cost, 10,000 DP. When Digivolving, you may play 1 Rio card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Your turn, while you have no tamers in play, this Digimon can't attack players. And the inherited effect of when attacking once per turn, if you have 2 or more black tamers in play, the Digivolve will 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Yeah, I mean, this one's fine. Not too much I can really say about it, for the most part. I mean, it's alright. It's really meant for a Cyberdramon Justamon deck. But I could see it being splashed into other things. The real downside is that if you don't have any tamers in play, it can't attack. And its Wind Digivolving means you should play Rios in the deck. So again, if you are doing 2 different tamers, you'd want to probably go 3 and 3. That's just personal. Because I'd want to play like 4 of these guys to make it worthwhile for the deck. And then we got Golfmon. 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. When Digivolving, all players trash cards in their hand until they have 5 cards left. Your turn once per turn. When one of your effects trashes a card in your hand, you may unsuspend one of your Digimon. So I mean, this one, I like it because it's definitely a side deck card to me. Because the idea of messing up like a deck, which is like, well, I'm made to have a bunch of cards in my hand. This one could be in your side deck. You learn that that's the kind of deck you're playing against. You throw it into the main deck. I'd probably throw 2 copies into the deck so that I get it more often. Digivolve into it and destroy their card advantage. So that's pretty neat. And this is one of the ones that like has kind of a unique ability to me. Next pack. Feels like cards were misaligned there. Cubimon, Locomon, Davidramon, Creephands, Hornstriker. This picture, like, for some reason it reminds me of a different anime, Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040, when the boomer came out from the tunnel. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, let me know if you agree with me on that. It's just that picture. Maybe it's the green. I don't know. Offensive Plugin A. Another Searcher. Like to see that. Gorillamon. Parasitemon. Kazu. Another Incilamon. Oh, geez. I just knocked the camera, everyone. I'm so sorry. Let's get our... There we go. I think we're all set again. I apologize. I only get one take on these. This was bound to happen at some point. So this one is a 7 play cost, a 3 Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. If you have a Chu Chong Wong in play, your Lotmon can Digivolve into this card in your hand for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. When attacking once per turn, you may trash the top card of your security stack to unsuspend this Digimon. Again, very interesting effects, but I would need to look at Chu Chong Wong to decide, is this one worth it? Maybe I'll do that in between this video and the next one, just so I can lay that to rest. Oh geez, and I took it off and we just got the alternate Jerry. I feel stupid. So this one's a 4 play cost. On play, you may play 1 Leomon card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to draw 1 card from your deck. Security effect, play this card without paying its memory cost. And I'm sure we've gotten the other Jerry. So let's see. Okay, that's what I was hoping. So... Okay, so this is very... I have mixed feelings about this one. Because the other one is not a hollow because it is an uncommon card, which means this one is just normal for the other form. Which means if you get this pack, you're being cheated out of a rare or a super rare. I would have given it some slack if the card that it came with was a super rare, because that would have felt nice. That would have been like, yo, here's a super rare. Yo, here's an alternate art. Like, oh, it's an uncommon, but whatever. But because this isn't a super rare, like, it's not guaranteed to get a super rare with it. Like, if it was a super rare, I'd be like, oh, maybe it's guaranteed to be a super rare when you get this particular one. But it's not. But I do like that they're giving this one a rare or a foil option. I always enjoy that. I've got very conflicted feelings about it taking up that super rare spot. Rare super rare spot. And the last pack this video we've got Digimon, Lopmon, Growlmon, Gorillamon, AR Bubbles, I should just say Bubbles, Digivolution Plugin S, Pendulum Feet, Caesarmon, Talmon, Fireball, which we haven't got many of these, Guillaumon, who's a 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name and 1 Takato among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Inherited effect. When attacking, once per turn, if this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. So again, this is really made to go in a Gallantmon deck. Like, to get the full... Like, to get really any effect of this, because its main effect is talking about Growlmon or Gallantmon, and its inherited effect is talking about Growlmon or Gallantmon. So if you put this in any other deck, this is basically a vanilla. Like, you get... The only thing that I could see using it for would, in some super weird deck, where you were trying to stack your deck in the order that you would want. So maybe you could call cards or something like that. But that would mean you'd have to spend a whole lot of resources to playing cards like this, where you get to reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Then you could put them at the bottom in any order, and then do it again. Essentially, you would need to do it something like 10 times to cycle through what I would consider the entire deck. Because you would put 5 cards in the security, you'd have 5 cards in your opening hands, so that's 40 cards left in the deck. So you would need 10 cards like this to cycle through your entire deck. And to do that in, like, before time runs out for the duel, like, because you're putting all this into this and not attacking, I would say you need to do at least like twice a turn, which is a lot of memory that you'd have to be putting into just doing that to stack your deck how you'd want. That, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it'd be worthwhile outside of a Gallantmon deck. And we got another blue card. This is a 3 play cost. While you have a Tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Main, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a non-white Digimon card among them without paying its memory cost. If you don't, add 1 Digimon card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Security, you may play 1 Tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. So this one's interesting. The security effect, it's very niche, because that you'd have to have a Tamer card in your hand that you haven't played yet. And yes, there's going to be some circumstances where that's going to happen. But again, math. The average deck maybe has 4, 6 Tamers in it. And best case scenario for you, you're like, none of your security cards have it. So So that leaves 45 other cards in the deck. If you have 6 in the deck, well, let's go with 5. 5 is easier. That's like a 1 in 9 chance of having one in your hand, and then you wouldn't have played it. And oftentimes, if I'm starting out a duel and I've got a Tamer in my hand, it has some great effect that I want it to be through the entire game. So I will play it really early. Like, if you have 2 or less memories, set your memory to 3, or for every unidentified Digimon in your trash, you get a memory, like if you have one. Things like that, where you would definitely want to play it rather than hold on to it. So I don't know how good this one is actually for that. There we go. That is another 4 packs. We've got 4 left in here. So join me next time and we will go through the rest of these. Again, if you have any suggestions for anything you want to see Digimon related, leave it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I appreciate it. It really does help. And until then, I will see you next time.